Leonardo DiCaprio's romantic lifestyle is certainly the weirdest and creepiest in Hollywood, which is why he has a secret rule that he won't date any woman who's older than 25. Did you know that he's been following this rule for over 20 years, breaking up with a very long list of some of the most beautiful and famous celebs as soon as they hit their 25th birthday? He even dated a 24-year-old model while she was still married. Did you also know that he's now facing backlash from fans and critics who call him a creep and a predator for his preference for young and naive models? Given the tons of memes about his relationship which have now circulated on social media, Leonardo is bothered by his creepy romantic reputation and wants to ditch his habit of dating only girls that are under 25. But will he change and save his reputation? Or will he give in to the dark, sinister reasons for which he dates only girls that are below 25? You won't believe how shocking and scandalous this story is. In this video, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about Leonardo DiCaprio's dating history, why he has such a strict age limit for his girlfriends, and the scandal that broke out after he broke up with his ex-girlfriend Camila Morrone in 2023, immediately when she turned 25. We're also going to reveal some of the bizarre, interesting, and juicy details of his past and present relationships, and how they affected his career and reputation. And before we draw the curtain on this creepy video, we'll tell you what Leo plans to do to stop the viral bad PR he's receiving on social media. You can't afford to miss this super juicy story. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the most talented, successful, and handsome actors in the world. He's known for his iconic roles in movies like Titanic, The Wolf of Wall Street, and The Revenant. He's also won numerous awards, including an Oscar and a Golden Globe. He's widely regarded as one of the best actors of his generation and one of the last movie stars in the industry. But while DiCaprio's career is soaring, his love life is not. He's never been married, never engaged, and never given birth to any child. But Leo's been linked to many women over the years, mostly models and actresses, who were all young, beautiful, and famous. However, none of his relationships exceeded 5 years, and each has an expiration date right from the beginning. He was also notorious for having a rule that he would never date any woman who's older than 25 and that he would dump them as soon as they turned 25. This rule's been documented in a viral chart that shows the ages of his girlfriends over the years and how they all fit in a narrow range of 18 to 25. And by the way, he's dated so many girlfriends. If we're to count every lady he was rumored to have dated and those confirmed, the number is reported to be 42. But on the moderate side, the number of past girlfriends is reported by People magazine to be 23, and that was in August 2023. Now in 2024, he's said to be single and searching once again. To put things into perspective so that you get the picture much clearer, Leonardo DiCaprio will clock 50 by November this year, yet he dates only girls who are below half his age. The million-dollar question is, why does Leo date only girls who are below 25? Is there a dark secret he's hiding? And who are some of the women he's dated? Before we consider the why, let's talk about the who he has dated. Since it's a very long list, we'll only consider some of his most famous, memorable, interesting, and juicy relationships. So let's get started. The first woman who dated Leo and fell victim to his rule was a model, Bridget Hall, whom he met in 1994 when he was 19 and she was 16. They had a brief fling, but it all ended too quickly, and with Leo's bedroom reputation in ruin. Their brief fling will forever remain memorable because according to tabloids back then, Bridget Hall claimed that Leo was lousy in bed. The sex was bad. Next on Leonardo's list was supermodel Gisele Bündchen, who he met in 2000 when he was 26 and she was only 20. They dated for 5 years, and she was his date for the Oscars in 2005. She was the first and the only girlfriend Leo ever took to the Oscars. They shared a love of raising awareness for environmental issues and basketball. She must have been a very good cheerleader, but she turned 25 in 2005 and so he had to break up. And Leo moved on to his longest relationship ever. The longest relationship DiCaprio has ever had was with Israeli supermodel Bar Raffaelli, whom he met in 2005 shortly after he broke up with Gisele. He was 31 and she was 20. They dated on and off until 2011, the year she turned 25. Their relationship lasted 5.5 years because of a 6-month break in 2009. They broke up in 2011, with a source telling the New York Post that they had grown apart. But the real factor was Raffaelli's age. Another memorable Leonardo relationship was with Tony Garn. Not that the relationship itself was memorable, but what Leo did after calling it quits was. The pair met in 2013 when he was 38 and she was 20. They dated for a year and a half. However, they broke up in 2014. When they broke up, Leo celebrated his singleness by leaving a Miami nightclub with 20 ladies for the night. I wonder how many ladies were in the nightclub or Leo alone to have left with 20. Leo made a terrible mistake in his next relationship but quickly called it quits. In 2015, Leo and the gorgeous model Kelly Rohrbach started dating. He was 40 and she was already 25. Leo perhaps didn't know or may have slipped that detail. But the moment he knew, he cut her loose the same year before she could turn 26. They dated for only 6 months. In 2016, Leo replaced Kelly with Nina Agdal. He was 41 and she was 24. They dated for a year, breaking up in 2017, the year she turned 25. It was after this that Leo's most famous relationship kick-started. DiCaprio started dating Camila Morrone in 2017 when he was 43 and she was 20. They dated for 4 years. However, they broke up in 2023, 2 months after she turned 25. This led to widespread criticism and social media was flooded with memes of Leonardo dumping girls once they turned 25. There was even a chart that went viral showing how his age increases, but the age of all of his girlfriends remains the same. Some called him a creep who preferred girls he could easily give birth to. Some say he's a sexual predator and there might be some evil reason he dates only girls that are under 25. Someone commented, "I get it, but to cut them off days or months before their 25th birthday is hilariously specific and strange." Another Twitter user even says there's a name for it already. Didn't you hear? This is called a Leosexual, according to TikTok. One thing we would all like to know is whether these numerous girlfriends signed an NDA form right from the beginning of the relationship stating Leo's terms and conditions, including his cutoff age. Or else, how does he break up with them? This is why someone asked, "I need to know how Leonardo DiCaprio conducts these breakups. Does he start picking fights months before they turn 25 to be less conspicuous? Do they wake up on their birthday to a note that says, 'Sorry I can't, don't hate me'? Someone please investigate." The real question is, why is it a rule with Leonardo never to date girls older than 25? Some sources strongly believe he is gay and he's therefore using these young and naive ladies as cover-ups. But this excuse is lame. This is because if he was gay and needed to date numerous ladies for cover-ups, then why can't he date someone within his age bracket or anyone else around 30 and above? Why must all his girlfriends be under 25? Some have also suggested that it might be because Leonardo doesn't want to get married or be committed to anyone. These people believe that after 25 years old, ladies begin to think of marriage and children. Meanwhile, Leo wants none of these. One fan tweeted, "Leo knows that around the age of 27 to 30, women start wanting marriage and children. He obviously doesn't, so he lets the women go." But this excuse is also not enough reason. This is because there are 30, 40, and 50-year-old women out there who do not want children and marriage. So why can't he date them instead? Some have also suggested a more plausible reason. They say that Leo may have gone through rough experiences as a Hollywood child actor, which may have damaged his sexual appeal and psychology. Several child actors have talked about the presence of creeps in Hollywood who harass young child actors. Remember that Leo started his Hollywood film career as early as 5 years old. One notable producer close to Leo during his early Hollywood career was Brian Peck. In 2004, Peck was convicted and served 16 months imprisonment for engaging in a sexual act against a Nickelodeon child actor. Though the court document hid the identity of the victim, referring to them as John Doe, some believe that the John Doe may have been Leonardo DiCaprio. There's a particular behind-the-scenes clip of Growing Pains in December 1991 in which Peck and Leo could be seen interacting and touching each other in a not-so-comfortable way. If indeed Leo was sexually abused as a child star, then it's a sad thing and Leonardo simply needs help. But all these backlashes didn't stop him from quickly adding a brief fling with Vittoria Soretti immediately after the Camila Morrone breakup saga. Vittoria was even so hot in love that she was caught during last year's Halloween party dipping her hands into Leo's undies and grabbing his butt after they stepped out for fresh air. Like all the others, that relationship is already over since Vittoria turned 25 that same year. The funny thing is that if he chooses to continue the current trend, he'll always get girls under 25 willing to date him. Models especially profit from the PR of dating such an internationally acclaimed Hollywood star. A good example is Leo helping to jumpstart actress Bijou Phillips' career by helping her land her first acting gig on the set of the movie Black and White in 1999. The two dated in 1998, the same year he also dated Amber Valletta, a model he first saw through a magazine and had his people call her so they could meet, sparking a brief relationship. Like someone commented, the models in the industry are very much aware of Leo's preference for young models and see dating Leo as a temporary PR stunt for their own brand. No hurt feelings, just mutual benefits. Leonardo DiCaprio is famous not only for his iconic movie roles, but also for his dark and creepy romantic lifestyle, as he prefers to date only girls that are under 25 years old. And he has a very long list of body counts in that regard. Over the past 20-plus years, he's also dumped all his girlfriends once they turn 25, and the reasons for this are as shocking as the act itself. Leonardo himself has never commented on his rule or his dating history. However, according to the Daily Mail, a source close to him revealed that he's aware of his bad romantic reputation and wants to change because it bothers him. But is this true, or is this just a PR stunt to save his image and his career? And who is the next woman who will date DiCaprio and fall victim to his rule? Or will he finally break the jinx and find his true love? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But for now, this is the story of the shocking reasons why Leonardo DiCaprio won't date girls older than 25.